Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, which is the name of our power and our Savior in the ancient Hebrew. And I'd like to also give honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, and salutations to all the brothers and the sisters out there pushing truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And this is entitled, Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch had disgusting and downright shocking child and bondage porn, reports say. Now, I know this is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of Michael Jackson fans, but folks, you got to understand, Michael Jackson was also a part of the Hollywood scene. I mean, he lived in a ranch, in California, so I mean, and we all know it as to be, the Neverland Ranch. So, it's kind of weird. Once you think about it, folks, I don't care how much you love children. I love children too, but at the same time, I don't want myriads of children at my house unsupervised. I just don't need it, even if I didn't do anything. And especially when you have a lot of money, all it takes is one accusation and you're pretty much through. You may not have done nothing, but it's just the speculation is there. And sometimes the speculation is damage enough. So I just never understood Michael's thought process. Yeah, you had a troubled childhood. I know, through even the movie shined a little bit of light on it. The horrible things that Joe Jackson did to his children, all in the name of fortune and fame. It was terrible. But, I mean, you just can't make an excuse to have that many kids at your house unsupervised. It just, especially being in the Hollywood scene and being that popular, the devil wants his due paid to him. And you're going to pay to play the game. And that's animal sacrifices, child sacrifices, bloodletting, blood drinking, eating feces, drinking urine. I mean, and the further you want to go up in this satanic hierarchy, the more vile things that you have to do. You're going to pay if you want to play. You're going to pay if you want that 20 million club, the 50 million club, the 100 million. The higher you go up, you're going to pay. I mean, it even goes as far as being sodomized and having sex with animals. And, some reports even say you can be so sick and going so far into Satanism that you eventually will sleep with demons. And I've heard that from, other testimonies from, pastors that have been converted from, Satanism, to the church realm. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article. And it says, Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch had a trove of child and bondage pornography uncovered by police officers who raised the estate, according to a report. About 70 investigators could be seen in a video obtained Tuesday by Radar Online, examining items like life-size Superman and Lara Croft, Tomb Raider mannequins, children's dolls, and arcade games in November 2003. Unpublished portions of the video showed the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office detectives finding the twisted porn, and documents from the raid helped lead to late King of Pop's trial on child molestation charges, according to the Radar. The documents exposed Jackson as a manipulative, drug and sex-crazed predator who used blood, gore, sexuality, explicit images of animal sacrifices, and perverse adult sex acts to bend children to his will. A source told the website he also had disgusting and downright shocking images of child torture, adult and child nudity, female bondage, and sadomasochism. I hope I pronounced that right. This is Michael Jackson's final days will be made in TV series. Investigators seized notes, diaries, pictures of over 80 videos and computer hard drives, Radar sources noted. They also found photos of Jackson's own nephews in their underwear. according to one private investigator who spoke. And you would hope nobody would be that, that sick to even go after your family. We hope. And like I said, this is alleged. I can't say if it's 100%, but I do know that Michael had to pay the price to be the king of pop. You don't get that high, that much money, and that much notoriety without paying a price. And the devil will get his dues. And there is no getting out. The only way out is death. All the people that you find, secure them. Tell them to come back to the main house and we'll set everybody down. An investigator from the sheriff's office told a team searching the 2,700-acre Los Olivos, California estate in this video. Representatives for the sheriff's office told the Daily News that investigators released documents and pictures from the investigation to the prosecution and defense in Jackson's case, but not to the media. The documents with header titled Sheriff's Department that could contain a case number appear to the sheriff's office documents. The sheriff's office said in a statement, the photos that are interspersed appear to be some evidentiary photos taken by sheriff's investigators, and others are clearly obtained from the internet. The pop legend later faced charges of child molestation, administering alcohol to aid in the commission of a felony, and conspiracy to commit child abduction, false imprisonment, and extortion. It wasn't immediately clear why he had not been charged with child porn if investigators had uncovered the sick throve at Neverland. Money talks. You got that money, you can pay. Of course, if this is true. Jacko could have served more than 18 years in prison if he had been convicted. On the 10 felony counts against him, a jury acquitted him in June 2005. And Jackson died 4 years later at 50 years old. And that was just really the judgment of the Most High. Even if Michael wasn't doing as horrible as described in this article, Michael was doing some of it. Like, once again, you have to pay your dues. And there's no way as an adult I would have that many children over. There's just no way. I mean, the women that were in his life were in and out of his life. I really believe that was just a show to really masquerade what was going on behind the curtains or behind closed door. So, this is just an example, man. You're going to pay if you want to play in Hollywood. I mean, the summer solstice is here. The moon and the solar system is lining up, and you're going to see more and more sacrifices. We've already seen Hollywood stars, and even in the sports world, dropping like flies, and they're all connected, folks. Whether it's the movie industry, whether it's the sports, whether it's the MMA, which is sports as well, but these different entities that are multi-billion-dollar industries. The Illuminati control all of it. Ain't nothing that's going to make that type of money not be controlled. So I'm getting ready to close out with that. Unfortunately, you would like to say, Michael would never hurt a fly. But like, once again, you're going to pay to play. You're going to pay the devil his dues. You're going to pay the rulers of darkness of this world their dues. If not, you get shut down, extorted, blackmailed, a smear campaign will start in the media about you if you don't play the game. And ultimately, when Michael and Prince began to speak out more and more, and as their consciousness started bothering them, they started revealing more. And you notice the two things that were both alike with the two, they both ended up dead under weird circumstances. It's always an overdose. It's always suicide. So with that being said, I'm closing out, and shalom.